Huda's crashing out. Nick is playing two girls, and we have two new bombshells in the villa. Hi, guys, welcome back to my channel, and let's get into Love Island Season 4, Episode 4. This one was a mess. So we opened the episode where we left off last night with Huda telling Jeremiah that she is a mom and she has a 4-year-old daughter. They cut it last night to make it look like he was gonna freak out about it, but he was actually okay. He did say he was still processing it, and he said he thought that would always be a deal breaker for him, but because he does like Huda, he's willing to go along with it and see how things go with them, and that he would be honest with her if things change, but right now, she's still his number one. Now, since Sierra stole Nick, Bella is realizing how much she really likes him, so she pulls him for a chat, and they're talking and laughing and flirting, and that makes Sierra insecure, so she goes over and pulls Nick, which one thing these girls are not afraid to do this season is go pull their guy back when they're chatting with someone else. She lets him know that she's in an awkward position right now, and she wants him to make up his mind about who he wants. I'm like, Sierra, it's been one day since y'all been coupled up, one day, and you stole him from Bella. So you're kind of asking for a lot this early into the game. Now, the next morning, we have Austin and Shelly having a chat, and they admit that they're more platonic. They're not really feeling the romantic spark, so they're okay with that. They're okay with being friends. So that leaves the door open for Shelly and Ace. Now, next is where the episode gets very messy, literally. Of course, it's another food challenge. Now, it's not as bad as some of the ones we've had in the past, thank goodness. I don't know why they want to keep putting these food challenges on us, but this one was not as bad. But it's a baseball challenge, and the girls have to pick 4 guys, one guy to go on each base, first through fourth. They're going to play a game, which ultimately they have to kiss each of the guys on the base. Fourth guy is their top pick, who they are liking the most. First base is who they like the least. Ace made every girl's roster, everyone. I think Nick did as well. Before the game started, Huda was like, I know all the girls are going to pick my man. And nobody picked Jeremiah until the bombshells came in. Now, we know Bella is a little bit more conservative, so I was wondering how she was going to handle this challenge, but I guess she's figuring that, hey, if she wants to keep her position, she has to get in the game, because she went all in. So I think she picked Charlie for her first base, Taylor for second, Ace for third, and of course Nick was her fourth base. She kissed all of them. She did a little dance. She was very sexy. So I said, okay, Bella. She said she has her head in the game. Like I said, all of the girls had Nick and Ace on their roster, and they all picked their couple for their fourth base. Shell did not pick Austin because they had that conversation earlier about being platonic. Of course, she picked Ace for her fourth base, and they both said the kiss was great, and they were happy that they had that kiss. Now, everybody's having fun and having a great time with that. And of course, it wouldn't be Love Island if they didn't bring in 2 bombshells during a game. So our 2 new bombshells are Amaya, who's 25 from New York. She's a registered nurse. And Hannah, who I think she's either 22 or 23, and she is from Arizona. The girls were freaking out a little bit when they saw the bombshells walk in. You could tell that they were not happy about this. Of course, the boys being boys, they were hyped and excited. So Hannah picks Austin, Jeremiah, Charlie, and Nick for her bases. Of course, Huda didn't like that. Sierra didn't like that. So she does talk with all the guys when she gets back to the villa, but we know Charlie has been having a hard time of it because he hasn't really found anyone in there. They end up going down to the dock and talking later that evening, and it seems they have a connection. She says he is her exact type on paper. Now, there will be a recoupling on Sunday night, so I'm pretty sure that the 2 of them will end up coupling up. That's an easy one. She's not really stepping on anyone's toes by getting with Charlie. So Amaya picks Charlie, Nick, Ace, and for her fourth base, Jeremiah, and Huda was giving her all kinds of side eyes because of that. So when she went to kiss Jeremiah, she was going in trying to be passionate. He was trying not to really hold her that much. You can tell he wanted to be respectful of Huda and not get her upset. But the new Bombshell does not care about stepping on toes. She says she's here for herself and she wants to get to know Jeremiah. And he has a mouth, he can talk, he can tell her if he's not interested in her. Meanwhile, Huda is talking to the girls saying, I don't like that itch, I don't like her, I don't like her. I think she has an ulterior motive. What ulterior motive, Huda? Y'all are all there to find love. There's no ulterior motive. She likes him, she's pursuing him. But I honestly don't think she has anything to worry about. I think Jeremiah is still pretty locked in for right now. We'll have to see if they show them having conversations. They did not show the two of them having a one-on-one after returning to the villa. They did show her talking to Ace, and Ace seemed pretty smitten, but he can seem smitten by anyone he's talking to. So I don't know. It could be a little triangle with him, Ace, and Shelly, with Shelly, Ace, and Amaya. We'll see. And then we have another big triangle brewing with Nick, Sierra, and Bella. Bella's, like I said, Bella's making a play for him again because she realized that she really does like him. They went up to Soul Ties and talked. He told her how impressed he was with her today and how he liked that she opened up and how he wanted to be her first kiss in the villa. She said, you really didn't have that right after you did me dirty. He was like, yeah, that's true. Then he asked her about running the competition back, so they kiss again pretty passionately. And he tells her he's close to making up his mind. So he's kind of stringing this girl along, making her think that they're about to get back together because she goes running to Olandria all happy and smiling, telling her that she and Nick kissed, had a great conversation, and she thinks they're getting back together. Meanwhile, he takes Sierra to the speakeasy. They're talking, they go to the photo booth, take pictures, and he starts kissing her. So he's stringing both of these girls along right now, making them think they both have a chance, which is not right and is definitely not going to end well. So that was it for this episode. We have After Sun tomorrow, no new episode. They said there will be a recoupling on Sunday. So that means, one girl or two girls? One or two girls will be leaving if there's a recoupling. I doubt if they'll bring a new Bombshell boy in on Sunday. So somebody's going home. So drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about these triangles that's brewing, Nick, Sierra, and Bella, and possibly Huda, Amaya, and Jeremiah. And who knows if something happens with Shelly and Amaya. We shall see. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.